course, Sachin's the whole innings till now, the manner he's played, he's set an example for many youngsters to follow. He's an epitome of concentration, focus towards his game, and that's what has made him achieve the great high standards that he has set not only for himself but for the whole country and for the juniors to follow. His on-field and off-field conduct is extremely praiseworthy, and that's what makes him the icon that he is.
You being an Olympic medalist yourself, Rajavardhan, the fact is, everybody says that it's the love for the game, the hunger, the ability to keep your focus on that makes ordinary players or talented players greats. And Sachin Tendulkar has one quality. That quality is there with Sachin Tendulkar. Do you agree that it's very difficult to keep the focus as a sports person on the game at all points in time?
It's absolutely true. Many a times the sports persons get distracted for the paraphernalia that goes along with their accomplishments. But to keep rooted to the pure passion of what attracted them initially to the sport throughout their sporting career is an amazing quality. And undoubtedly Sachin has demonstrated that quality many number of times.
You're a champion shooter, you're an ace in your sport. Did you watch cricket because Sachin Tendulkar was playing?
I always watch cricket or any other sport when there's a great performance happening, and undoubtedly Sachin has given those performances.
What would be your message to Sachin and to all his fans as a sports person and also as somebody who watches the game?
The status, the standard that Sachin has achieved, if he can try and perhaps share that experience and have other juniors reach up to that or follow him through perhaps better policies by the government, through perhaps better administration in the sports administration itself. Now that is something if Sachin can do, it would cap his great sporting performance with something that he could have done he can do for the whole nation.
Oh man, I tell you what, first and foremost, it is pretty shocking, and definitely all of us are going to miss Sachin Tendulkar. The whole world is going to miss Sachin Tendulkar. Let's face it. And most important, imagine a guy who's going to be 200 test matches and 100 international hundreds. Oh gosh, man, that's why he's god of cricket. I mean, it's something amazing. All I can do is just wish Sachin Tendulkar all the best, very best for this upcoming series, the 2 test match series. And then I hope he goes away with the flying colours, the 100 in the last test match he plays.
You've seen him out in the middle. You've seen him from the sidelines. You've seen him as the chairman of selectors, as a player you've picked in your team. What makes Sachin so special? Tell us the Krishnamachari Srikanth point of view.
See, honestly speaking, it so happens by the God's grace, I was fortunate enough to be his first captain in international cricket in 1989 in Pakistan. And I still remember the 16-year-old boy coming up and talking in a very cool and a composed manner, number one. What I liked about him is after the first test match in Karachi when he got hit, he just continued playing and the way he got a brilliant 65 in the second innings at second test match in Faisalabad, and on a physical condition at Sialkot in the fourth test match. I'll never forget those marks. And what I like about him is, even till date, and I've seen his Perth century, I was playing alongside with him in the same test match, the brilliant century at Perth on difficult conditions when everybody else, when all of us were struggling. But the most important aspect is that even today, he's the same Sachin Tendulkar whom I saw as a 16-year-old boy in 1989 to the greatest cricketer of all time, Sachin Tendulkar. He's a simple, same old person, great human being, a humble person, and that is what is great. I mean, for a guy who's achieved so much, just not as a cricketer, if we look at Sachin Tendulkar is the greatest achiever, the greatest motivator, the greatest inspiration for anybody.
Now, out of all the records that he's broken, all the tons that he's scored, what stands out for you?
His character. He's still the same. After all his records, all the achievements, Imagine he's the same old simple Tendulkar whom I saw in 1989, easily approachable. You send him an SMS, he'll reply promptly. And if you've done something good, he will himself congratulate you. And that is what the greatness about him is. And I've seen his father, a very humble person, his father, and his family, and that is what I like about him.
Is there one innings that, out of all the innings that he has played, that you wished you had played?
Yes, I was there in the Perth Test match in 91-92. It so happened that was the last Test match in my career. That Test match was something amazing. I wish I could play a same knock in Test cricket on difficult conditions like what Sachin Tendulkar did in 1992 in the Perth Test match.
Yeah, I think just from me personally, I've just been extremely lucky to have played against him and, been with him at Mumbai. And he's given us, I think, all cricket lovers so much cricket throughout the years. So it is a sad day, but at the same time, we need to salute the man for giving us so many years of thorough enjoyment and really bringing home the best that cricket has got to offer.
You have played cricket against him. The rivalry on field has been fabulous. But as an opponent, as somebody who's played against him and also with him, what is it that you admire about Sachin?
I think for me, it is his ability to bat for a long time. You beat him with a delivery not often, but when you do beat him, you just have that ability to let it go and focus on the next ball. And I think really for me, that is something that stood out. That he would never get flustered. He would just go about his business, and if he gets in, then you're in trouble. It's fantastic, really, to have been part of playing with Sachin Tendulkar.
How difficult is that to do? Is it to do that? Because you've played the sport, you've been there, and you've had to do it. So tell our viewers how difficult it is to say, forget the previous ball, play the next ball, and continue to remain hungry for the game. How difficult is it?
Yeah, I think for me it's extremely difficult, and that just shows that if someone has that ability to do that, how successful they can be. And for me, a guy like Sachin was, the absolute best at doing that. And really, for what I've seen is that if someone has the ability just to deal with each and every single delivery as if the most important thing in the world, then you've got half a chance of being successful. And for me, that was the key to